I don't know who needs to hear this, but they don't respect you because you don't respect yourself. Yeah. Remember that time you were like, don't call my phone anymore? Then they called you and you answered on the first ring? The first ring. Remember that time you were like, I'm not tolerating this anymore. This is beneath me. Done deal. Then you went and tolerated it again. Then they went and did worse and you tolerated that too. Remember? They remember. Remember that time you were like, I'm not doing this for this person anymore. They don't respect me. They don't appreciate me. And they called you and you ran to go ahead and do what you said that you weren't going to do. Manipulators don't respect words. They respect actions. And they're checking to see if you're going to cross your own boundaries. So if you're going to say something, then be about it.
Hey Rych Babes, I am back with another video, and today we're going to talk about having the lack of self-respect and some signs that you may have no respect for yourself and what can happen when you don't have any respect for yourself. So with that being said, I'm not going to be too long. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you at the end of this video.
I honestly think that so many people are so comfortable with disrespect because they do not respect themselves. So when they're dealing with other people, they don't think, let me not say that because this person might not speak to me ever again, because they don't hold those standards for themselves. Because you lack self-respect, you think everybody else does too. No. And so if somebody very flippantly disrespects you, set boundaries, but also understand that they don't respect themselves.
Never let somebody disrespect you more than once. The thing about disrespect is that it doesn't happen on accident. Like, it was a lot of thought that went into the disrespect. It was a lot of planning that went into the disrespect. It was a lot of considering how you may or may not respond.
I struggle with boundaries sometimes. Like, I'm a very kind person. Like, I want to show up and show out for people, and it's hard for me to ever think that people would willingly want to treat me badly, because why would you want to treat me badly? But it's like, willingly, intentionally or unintentionally, if you don't have boundaries, people will walk all over you. Having a lack of boundaries means that you have a lack of respect and a lack of love for yourself. And as someone who's done a lot of work to love myself and to comes a long way with how I view myself, I have to realize when I have a soft spot, when I'm not, when you really think about it, the things that you let slide show how much you love and care for yourself. I don't know where I read it, but there's a quote that's you can tell a lot about how much a woman loves herself by the person that she chooses to entertain or date. And it's I don't know, I just have a lot to think about, but have more boundaries. Stand on business. That's all I have to say.
Self-respect isn't just about what you tolerate from other people. It's also about what you tolerate from your damn self. Breaking the promises that you made to yourself is disrespectful to you. Making excuses instead of holding yourself accountable is disrespectful to you. Burying your pain and running from your pain instead of facing it is disrespectful to you. So don't get so caught up in checking other people that you forget to check yourself. Now, I love you. I'm out here.
These are some signs that you do not respect yourself. 1, you let people walk all over you. You know you got something to do, but soon as somebody call you, you drop all of it and you just go to their rescue. What they got ain't more important to you. Like, say you got a car and your friend, he borrow your car every once in a while. So here it is, he asked to hold your car. Next thing you know, it's 4 people in the car. Next thing you know, somebody else driving your car. But you ain't saying nothing. Another sign, you don't respect yourself. You don't speak up for yourself. This is why they're able to just do what they do, because they know you're not going to speak up for yourself. So learn to respect yourself. In a lot of instances, you come first. If you're not taken care of, how can you take care of anybody else? You will be nothing to anybody else. Your sanity has to be A1 before you could do anything for anybody. You have to take care of you first. Stop putting yourself on a back burner for everybody else. 9 times out of 9 and 3/4 out of 10, they're not going to do it for you. Don't be no pushover. Don't just let people just run all over you because don't nobody else do it. Think about it.
One of the most dangerous things that can happen to us psychologically is to lose respect for ourselves. And this happens in a way that you might not think. So the way that we form a self-identity, the way that we form a self-concept, how we conceptualize ourselves, is that we watch our behaviors. The mind essentially watches us do things. So for instance, if I eat a lot of healthy meals and I exercise, etc., my mind will pick up on these behaviors and kind of run a tally, and it'll see that I'm partaking in behaviors that would probably signify I'm a health conscious person or I'm a healthy person, whatever. And so I will form that identity. I will start thinking of myself like I'm a healthy person, and that will actually perpetuate more healthy behavior. And so the issue is that when we start to see behaviors which indicate that maybe we don't respect ourselves, then we start to initiate more behaviors that would result in a lack of respect for ourselves. One way that I often see this is that individuals are not getting the respect they deserve at work. And the issue is that this sometimes starts in a sneaky way, like it starts subtly. So maybe they're with a manager that doesn't value them. Maybe they're on a toxic team. Maybe they're in a toxic organization. Maybe they're facing a lot of criticism. They're not getting kind of the praise that they deserve for their work. And they start to think, well, maybe I don't deserve the praise. Maybe I'm not bringing value. And maybe it's me. Or maybe they see that this is a toxic organization, but they're not speaking up. And then their mind picks up on that behavior. It's like, okay, you're in a toxic organization, but you're not saying anything. You saw your colleague being criticized unjustly, and you didn't say anything. And then we start to form a concept around our identity that we're not someone that speaks up. We're not someone that knows our own value. And then that creates a sense of disrespect for ourselves. And it creates this vicious cycle of then engaging in more of those behaviors. So it's actually really dangerous and really corrosive. And in the beginning, most of us will think like, okay, it's a bit toxic here, but I'll stick it out. Like, it'll be okay. Or like my manager's a little bit, of not the best manager in the world, but like, it can't impact me that much. Like, I'm strong-minded. Like, I'll just go heads down and it'll be fine. But it can be a slippery slope. So if this is you, if kind of you've come to the point where it feels like you're not kind of yourself anymore, then know that it's not necessarily you. It's the behaviors that you engaged in that your mind kind of created this concept around, and then it created this vicious cycle. And so the way to get out of the vicious cycle is to suspend disbelief and start doing behaviors you would respect. Just don't think, start doing it. And then your mind will start to form theories around that. It's like, oh, well, if I did that, then I must be this type of person. Okay.
Hey Rich Babes, I'm back. So this video was a little shorter than normal, but I just wanted to have you guys understand that self-respect is the #1 form of self-love. Okay, it's the #1 form. And if you have no self-respect or lacking some self-respect, that is going to hinder you from your growth, and it's going to take a lot for you to pull yourself out of situations if you do not have any self-respect for yourself, and people are just going to walk all over you. So I hope that you found this video helpful. Please comment and share your thoughts, your experiences down below. I do read them all and I do comment back. With that being said, make sure that you like, subscribe, and share. Have a good one.